Welcome back to another video, you guys. As you can tell, I have my Starbucks and we're in the car for another sit down video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my favorite baby items for baby number 2. These items are definitely kind of different from the things that I used with my first baby. Obviously I don't have everything that is my favorite items with me since I am in the car. This is the only place I can get peace and quiet, especially with 2 kids. But I will be sharing pictures and I will also be linking every single thing down below so you guys can click the link for exactly what I get. So my baby is almost 8 months. These are going to be my favorite baby items from newborn and on, and I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some of my favorite breastfeeding things. My first item, which I used this in the hospital the first day, is the Boppy Pillow. I feel like the Boppy Pillow was super essential only because, especially if you're breastfeeding, it helps, you know, it kind of helps your posture and it helps you hold the baby while you're feeding, and also you can prop your baby up in the Boppy Pillow. I'll put a picture of the one that I use. I'm pretty sure I got mine from Target, and I also got the Boppy Pillow cover from Target. Highly suggest that. I used that for almost 6 months. Now he doesn't use it, and it's so sad because it's time for me to start packing all of these things up. Next most used items are baby sleepers, but not the button up ones, because in the middle of the night when you're literally half asleep, you're not going to want to be buttoning up a whole bunch of buttons. My favorite thing to use now are the zipper ones, and at Oneies they have like the 2-way zippers, which I thought was pretty interesting because with my first, with Isabella, they didn't have that. But yeah, those are my favorite. I suggest getting 0 to 3 because the newborns, they grow out like that. So you want to get a couple of newborns, maybe get like a pack or 2 just to see like your baby's sizing. I have my zipper sleepers from Oneies. Highly suggest them. They're pretty cheap, and you can also go to Once Upon a Child. They always have super cheap sleepers for like $2, $3. I highly suggest not spending hundreds of dollars on baby sleepers and baby clothes, especially in the beginning, because they grow so fast. Next, I highly suggest the plain organic cotton Gerber onesies. I love those onesies. They're so soft, and I had maybe 2 packs and they lasted me a really long time. Like I said, I got 0 to 3 months, and then 3 months didn't get that much newborn because my son grew really fast. So my next item are baby socks you need. That's why I love the footy onesies, the ones that zip up like I said earlier, because you don't really have to worry about baby socks. But if your baby's wearing like pants or like a onesie, I think baby socks are pretty essentials because you don't want to have to worry about your baby being cold, especially in your feet, because I feel like your feet are always the coldest. So yeah, you need baby socks. I love the Gerber baby socks. The little white ones are so freaking stinking cute. Okay, next are baby swaddlers and baby burp cloths. Ones that I got were the white organic Muslim, I think, type, or Muslim brand. I'll put a picture of the one that I use. Love that. I only use it for a little bit because my son doesn't really spit up as much now, but in the beginning he did spit up a lot. So I highly suggest at least getting 1 pack of a really good burp cloth brand. I think the ones that I got came out to $20 and it only came with 2. But those are the only 2 and the only burp cloths I have bought this whole time he's been, you know, born, and he's almost 8 months. And with swaddlers, my son didn't really care to be swaddled, but I feel like those little Muslim blankets are obviously always good to have. So I would suggest getting like maybe a pack or 2 and then just going with the flow if they need more. Okay, next, son got sick 1 week out of the hospital. I know it sucked so bad, but one thing that I 100% suggest getting is the nose Frida, because it literally like was a lifesaver. And I know it kind of sounds disgusting, and before I had my son, I was like, people really do that to their kids, like ew, like sucking the boogers out, like that just sounds nasty. I didn't understand why, you know, people got that until I got it, and I was like, I get it. If you know, you know. The moms who get it. The moms who don't. So I highly suggest it. It is pretty pricey. It's around $16.99, but I think it's 100% worth it to have just in case your baby gets sick. And in the beginning it was easy to suck out the boogers. I feel like now he wouldn't let me, but when they're newborn, obviously you don't want them to be congested if they do get sick. Literally probably one of my favorite baby items. Next item is the Love Every Play Gym mat. My son loved being in there. He loved doing tummy time in there, so I highly suggest that. The Love Every Play Gym could be a little pricey, so I'll also link down like a really nice little mat for your kid as well. But I really do feel like those little mats are essential just to have your baby like laying down and looking and to practice tummy time. Next is the Bedside Sleeper. So my son slept in the Bedside Sleeper up until maybe a month ago. We just just transitioned him into his crib. But we had a little bedside sleeper, which he loved sleeping in, and I loved having it. And it had like a little zipper that zipped down. I'll put a picture of the exact one I get, and I'll also link it down below, like I said. But love the bedside sleeper. It's really good if your baby's going to be sleeping in the same room as you. Super convenient. So we did that. Also had a little foldable bed, which I highly suggest if you're gonna be going to like a family member's house, and you could just bring it with you and your baby can lay in there. Also, if you're not in your room, your baby can come and lay like on the kitchen table or on the couch or on the floor in the living room. This next item is something I did not use with my daughter, which is a sound machine. So every time my son would go to sleep, I would turn on the sound machine, just so every time he would hear that, he would know it's time for bed. What I got was $20. It was like $25. It plays the white sound noise, and it has like a little light, and you can turn the volume up and down. It has different sounds, so I highly suggest that. Son is exclusively breastfeeding, so he's not sleeping through the night, but I feel like that helped him stay asleep a little longer. So for bath time, it's the same bathtub that I use for my daughter, and he's using it up until now, but now since he's sitting up, I think we're going to transition him out of it. I also suggest getting baby washcloths and also a baby towel. My son has been using the same towel since he's been born, and I also use the baby Dove soap with my daughter and my son. Next is the baby ointment. So for baby ointment, I use the Aquaphor ointment. With Isabella, she used butt paste, and it made her have really bad rashes, and I think it's because my kids are like me and they have super sensitive skin. Suggest it. I have a really big tub of it, and I also use it for myself. You could literally put it on everything, and I just feel like it's a super good healing like ointment to have. On TikTok, I saw this doctor say that if she could take any medicine or ointment to a deserted island, she would take baby Aquaphor. So I highly suggest that. That's what I use, and that's what I love. Okay, so once my son got a little bit older, the items that I loved and that he used were a bouncer and a jumper. So for the bouncer, we had the Ingenuity, I think that's how you say it, bouncer, and it has like a little what is it called, like a little toys at the top where he can look at, and it also has lights at the top, and it vibrates, and it also played music, and he loved that. And I thought it was super convenient to have, so he could come and like sit in the kitchen with me when I'm cooking, or I could bring it with me also into my room, into the bathroom. With the jumper, we used the baby Einstein jumper, and he loved it. It had like a lot of like toys all around it to play with. So the next thing that my son used a lot was the baby swing. In the beginning, he would literally only sleep in that sometimes, and it was super convenient for me. If I was cooking or if I had to do something, I would just lay him in there, and he would just swing and sit in there for a good minute. And the one that I used was the Snugga Monkey Cradle and Swing. Isabella, we had got the Mamaroo, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Mamaroo, and she hated it, so I learned my lesson with that and just got a basic swing. Okay, out of all the items on my favorites and most used items list, my favorite item out of everything is the Moby Wrap, you guys. The Moby Wrap has been literally a lifesaver for me going into stores when my son was a newborn, like doing things around the house. Literally such a lifesaver, and it's so easy to do. It may look a little intimidating at first, especially when you get it. It's like a big ass cloth, but super essential. Super highly suggest for you guys is to get that. I feel like it's so much more cozy and cuddly versus a regular baby carrier. Son is almost 8 months and he's still using it. I use it whenever I go into the stores. It's just super essential. It's super I just love it. I swear by the Moby Wrap. Love it so much. Okay, so the last part is going to be for my breastfeeding mothers. If you're choosing to breastfeed, I am exclusively breastfeeding, so I rarely pump to save milk, and I'm just literally like on demand on the boob all the time. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it just works for me. I only use a couple of items. I don't use too much, but the items that I do use are a manual pump. Is it called manual? A portable pump. A portable pump that I can literally just take anywhere with me, and you just pump it on your own. I use the Laneige, don't know how to say it, but love that pump because you can go at the speed that you want. The next item that I used in the beginning a lot for breastfeeding was nipple cream, especially once my son started teething, because that's when I started like bleeding. Next is a really good nursing bra. So I got my nursing bras from Target. I also got some from Amazon and Motherhood Maternity. I'll link down below all my favorite ones, but you really do need you a good nursing bra. Sometimes I still use regular bras if I'm wearing like a regular shirt and I don't want to wear a nursing bra, but the nursing bras are super essentials, especially getting sleeping nursing bras and regular nursing bras. Highly suggest it. You're just gonna need it as a breastfeeding mom, and you don't want to ruin all your good bras, especially if you leak. So, and to talk about leakage, I don't really leak as much as I did in the beginning, but in the beginning I did, so I do suggest getting some nipple covers, like the little nipple pads, to catch the leaking milk. The last thing is storage bags and storage containers if you do decide to pump, just to put it in. I use those all the time. Once I pump, I just put in the little storage bag and freeze it for like if my son is gonna go to my mom's house, she uses that. And then I also get a bottle warmer to warm it up. That is gonna be the end of today's video. These are all my most used favorite items that I have been using since my son was a little baby. Let me know if there's any other baby videos you guys want to know or any more recommendations you guys want. I will link literally everything down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace. By the way, if anyone was wondering, I am drinking a grande ice brown sugar oat milk espresso with 1 pump of white mocha, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not really a coffee person, but it's actually pretty good.